Good evening. Boy, right when I go to say good evening, I have a throat issue. Would you believe it? Yes, I would believe it. Um, anyway, here we are, 7 o'clock. And why when it all happened is because my mind went somewhere else and I was looking somewhere else when it turned 7. But I'm here for mental mind treatments. I already have a sheet of several people who have contacted me or we've done it before, and I just checked back. I want to make sure that we're still working with the same thing. But I usually start off with my inside card, or as they call it, a God card. And this one I don't remember saying before. My approval is my key to my happiness. When I appreciate and approve of myself and others, I feel happy and loving right now. And yes, I actually have talked about that in a different way at different times. And on the back side, it says, I'll put this up here so you can see this side. From whom or what I am withholding my approval and appreciation right now. So in other words, who are we not appreciating or not accepting or maybe forgiving? I do a lot of talk on forgiving. I found that was really interesting because now that we're getting towards the end of the year, we're in the holiday season already beginning to happen. Christmas is coming down before us. So there's a lot of taking a look and understanding, where are we blocking ourselves? What are we stopping? Where are we holding on to old hurts, pains, or whatever, and not forgiving ourselves for being in that part or place? And I found that really interesting because it's true. My approval is my key to my happiness. We may not always approve of everything everyone says or does, but we've got to honor their path in their own way. But that's a time for another story and another day because I got a few to get through here. Marion actually put up her request early, and Karen is here also, but we're going to start with Marion's first. Her numbers 8, 13, and 19, and she wants clarity and understanding. What I like about this particular grouping of numbers, number 8 is really about strength and using the connection above into whatever the issue is in your life. It's the strength card. There's a lion, there's a lady holding that. And it's about applying the energies above into your everyday life, which would fit for this because she wants clarity and understanding. But also with 13 and 19 are both change, both growth, leaving the old and moving ahead. 13 means time. You're not there yet. You're moving away. And 19 is the embracing the newness that is there. So as we move into treatment, I know there is one power and there is one essence. And I also know that we're all connected to that power. And therefore, in that connection, I speak my word for Marianne. And as I speak my word for Marianne, I know that clarity on whatever topic or subject that I'm looking at will break through and be expressed, so that journey of understanding and coming together, there is a time period and ability of that, so that there is a bursting forth into a new awareness. This is about embracing a new vibration, a new awareness, and a recognizing that there are things that need to be let go, to be, and actually very much like the key here, moving away from there. So there's certainly a timeline here with the 13 in the middle, because the death symbol which is 13, is always leaving behind the old and moving forward. I give thanks in knowing that there is a movement, but it begins with 8. It begins with that being aware of what needs to be done. Remember, she's dealing with a lion. She's dealing with those things. And then able to let go and move through that time period in order to be totally on her way of clarity and understanding. And I give thanks for this and the knowing of this, because it is done. And so it is. Amen. Karen, my dear, let's see what we've got for you. Greetings, Norma. I love, appreciate a treatment for financial abundance. Hang on. You know, it's hard when you get older and your mind doesn't hold on to things like it used to. But we manage, you know, we do what we can do. 22, 6, and 5. Okay, let's talk about 22, 6, and 5. 22 is having faith. And sometimes in having faith means that we sort of step out and trust. But the 6 says confusion. Confusion because we're not sure. And it says need of more knowledge. So what I sense here is it's financial abundance is not just having faith. It's necessary because you won't make any movement or shift if there's no faith. But to let go the confusion of how, what, when, and where, and begin to open up to allow the knowledge to come in, the feeling, you know, the knowing, yeah, I want to do this or I want to do that. Does it feel right? I think very often people forget they need to move it inside to, does it really feel like? Most of us stay up in our heads, try and figure it out that way. But we forget that we're a bigger instrument than that. We've got our whole body, which is connected to the great power of love, and it's about allowing it. So, Karen, first of all, yes, you've got the faith to move ahead, but here we've got to let go trying to figure it all out. It's about stepping, it's about listening, it's about taking the knowledge and figuring what is right for you so that you can have faith in that. In a way, if that 22 was at the end rather than the beginning, it would be a little bit more secure, I think. So anyway, let me just see what the treatment brings. I'm going to have a little drink of water here. I still have this lovely dry mouth that's been with me for a long time now. I know there is one power and there is one essence, and I know that in that connection into that one loving power, we're all connected, and therefore I speak my word for Karen. As I speak my word for Karen, I know that financial abundance is around me, and it's an amount of allowing it in and an amount of listening and being, and to letting go fear of not enough. It's not about not having enough. It's about allowing more than enough. It's about trusting the process of acceptance of your divine right to have, to allow it to come on in and to be an excellence of knowing and not getting into fear of not enough. Not enough is not a word. The only word you need to remember is enough. There is always enough. The universe, as we would call it, this earth of ours, if you look around, is full of abundance. It's about allowing it to be. And it's about letting go the fear of not having. Now, I'm going to give you an exercise that I learned many, many years ago. And I'm going to tell you a little story with it because I think it explains it better. Many of you know that I used to produce the psychic ESP fairs for Calgary, Vancouver, and Victoria for many years. And one year, one of my exhibitors came running in, very excited because she'd found this new way. And she said, all I can see is gold up here. And without thinking, being forever the teacher, I said, bring the gold down inside you. Bring it down. Don't have it up there. That means you got to reach, just bring it in. And that came out of my mouth without even thinking about it. And she did. She went on and was very successful. I also found with that exercise, if I ever felt a little uncertain about economics, I would see gold coming in and around me and through me. Now I'd film my whole place up. Oops. Now I'm throwing the keyboard away. All around me. Just use your mind. You've got it. Know it. It's there for you to bring in. And then you will see miracles. That's when I have created miracles for myself many, many times. Anyway, that's a little treat for everybody if they want to include things. Okay, Kayla is next, and she has emailed me, so I have her things here. So for Kayla, there's a need of healing for her lungs and a frozen shoulder. So there's a need for healing. Now, I was interested again in this number 12 coming up. I've already circled the number 12s that I have from the sheets that I'm going to work on. Now, number 12 is acceptance. But with Kayla's numbers, 12, 6, and 17, there's also confusion because it's like this is dragging on. And I feel this is about balance. This is about acceptance of limitation. And I feel I've said the same thing in different ways, is that there is a need for you to really harbor your strength and energy. Do not worry about other people. Do not think about other people. Concentrate on you. I don't think my message is getting through. So I want you to just spend 2 weeks taking care of you totally 100% with your prayers, with running energy for yourself, doing whatever the people that you're working with say. This is about acceptance. And to let the confusion go so that you come back into balance. Give yourself 2 weeks. I'd like to see 3, but let's settle on 2. Nobody, no worry about anybody else. They're all big. They're all adults. They can all do what they want to do. So I give thanks in knowing that Kayla has the fortitude to look after herself. I know that Kayla can and chooses to put herself first and allow herself to heal all these elements, that she can breathe in love and breathe out love easily. She can breathe it out, but she doesn't have to worry or stew. She can breathe it in and allow it to fill every fiber of her lungs with a sense of peace and harmony and well-being. She can open up the shoulders so that they begin to work, because she doesn't have to shoulder other people's issues or problems. She just has to be who she is. I give thanks in knowing that she is able to do that with ease and light and is ready now to accept that this is what needs to be done to have the healing that she requires. I give thanks in the knowing of this as we release this thought by saying, and so it is. Amen. Jason and Diamond, Jason is Kayla's son. This is about paperwork, the paperwork moving easily for a March 20th. The date keeps going back, wedding, and everything else, though, the paperwork that needs to be done. We've got 17, 3, and 12. I think that's what I kind of put in there. But anyway, this is about balancing and allowing, yes, love to go. And it's also acceptance of what is. Like sometimes we just accept things and I know it's difficult sometimes. But we're talking about paperwork, and that means there's other people involved in giving permission and expediting whatever they have to do in the legal sense. I give thanks in the knowingness that the energy of love, which this universe has in abundance, is with Jason and Diamond to open up all the issues that come in the way and accept the framework so that paperwork moves through easily for whatever date this wedding takes place. There is a sense of right now, March 20th is the day we're working for. It somehow or rather, that could be, I don't know why it could be earlier, but anyway, it feels like that. So it's like we're going to trust that this, loving energy in a balanced, accepting way brings everything into the absolutely perfect conclusion. I give thanks in the knowing of this as I release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. So it is. Whew. Okay. Kayla says, hi. So we did that. Jerry, Jason. Hi, Norma. Good evening. Good and good energy. Thank you. And Karen says, so helpful. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to go back to my book here. Because of all the things going on with myself, I haven't really been very active on Facebook. And in fact, they changed it. Ever since they changed it, I have to admit, I've been frustrated because half the time I can't figure where to put what I want to put. So there's been that part of it as well. And so anyway, a gal I know made a comment to my one of my few comments. It's been back a wee ways. I did actually answer her today, but of course I haven't got the answer back yet, which is okay. I'm going to presume it's okay for me to do a mental mind treatment for her. She was and is, I think, still VGA, and they can't find the right meds for her. Now, I think this is a good week old or 10 days old, maybe even 2 weeks old, so I apologize for that. What I got when I looked at the numbers I needed to put onto this, because just remember, she was just telling me that she was in the hospital and they couldn't find the right meds, is 16, 12, and 8. 16 is like something out of the blue comes, and it's about letting go. It's about letting go. 12 is about acceptance, and 8 again is about that balancing. So when I move into treatment here, I'm going to speak my word for Felicia, and I'm going to say, knowing in the one power and the one essence that we're all connected, that the people that are taking care of her health, if the right meds have not been found, that they will be found very, very quickly. And that finding and the acceptance of what really is needed is that there'll be balance so that Felicia can do the healing and move on with her life to do what it is that she does and create. There's a creation element here. Now, this is my psyche coming in here. There's something that Felicia wants to create. And it's like she needs to concentrate on that, what that is, because then and not be concerned about it, because then the healing takes place. So maybe it's they're taking on, like in the tower, it's all about letting go of what you want to hold on to. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Sometimes you have to let that go and find what it is that you really are needing to do. That's what I feel is very important here. I was really not addressing number 16 in a way, but man, I got my hit that this is all about letting go of what you think you need to be doing and allowing yourself to accept that you have the knowledge and the awareness to do it maybe in a different way or a whole different perspective. I know, as I say, set this thought free, that all the blockages of holding on to it, we want to do it this way, is cleared and given a lot of room to be able to create specifically and being exactly as you need to be. I give thanks in knowing of this. I give thanks as I release this, knowing that all is well. All is well. And I say, and so it is. Amen. Okay. Maggie, geez, come on. Good evening, Norma. Blessings to you. Just listening tonight. Wonderful prayers. Thank you. Thanks to a lot of people who say that. I really enjoy that. Like, a lot of comments come in saying that. And I appreciate that. But I need some people too to need something. So, otherwise, how can I say prayers for people if no one says? But I do have a couple more to do. Maybe 3. Yeah, I'm just doing a kind of a combo for Bob and his wife, Mary. Now, we've done prayer for Bob before. He's not doing very well health-wise. So we've got continued healing, and I put in also the need of inner strength. Now, I also chose 3 numbers, 3, 14, and 12. 3 is the love. And I know that these people work with the love force. 14 is about being balanced with your goal to move towards the goal that you work towards. And again, our wonderful 12 is acceptance. And someone asked me once about how come there's so many 12s? Because a lot of our situations that we want, we have to accept where we are. We can't change. They just want to change. But a lot of it comes to accept, well, this is where I am and this is not where I want to be. So how do I move on from here? So we accept and then we can let go. It's all about letting go, actually. It's a number three. It's a number three number to 12. 1 and 2 make 3. So part of the love force. Self-forgiveness, letting go, moving forward. So anyway, what I get with this is because I know I know that the health issues here. This is about, I want to say this is about, in a sense, surrendering to the love and recognizing the balancing and the accepting of the love in the way. It's like the formula. Oh, it's a funny word. And the formula, or the way in which it shows up. So I know that when we talk and look at and think about Bob and Mary, we definitely know that the power of love is here to help continue the healing. But truly what they are needing is inner strength to deal with the journey itself. And to know that love is there, and to just be with the love and get out. And I really want to say, get out of your heads totally and just be with the love and allow the healing, because it's balanced. And just accept that you're in this beautiful cocoon of loving healing, and trust that and move with that. And I give thanks in the knowing that this couple, as they move through this trying time, let go and just be in the love and allow the love to do what it's got to do. It will always do what it needs to do and bring forth the essence, but we have to accept it as it is, First of all, acceptance is huge because it's love. It's about love. Accepting it all is in the right place at the right time. I give thanks in knowing for Bob and Mary that there is, I'm going to use the word freedom to be all that lovingness, all that essence, and the inner strength to be that. The inner strength and the strength to accept, to know that all is in its right place at its right time. I give thanks as you move forward in love and light and beingness by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay. Now, as you know, our friend Judy down in Colorado, she sent me an email thanking me for last week's. But what we're going to do here is I'm just still not quite ready to let go doing prayers for her. So today I've got 7, 18, and 3. And 18 is the fear factor, which she's been working with. But 7 shows the movement forward through the fear to 3, the love. And I've got here inner strength as she moves ahead. So I know that there is one power and one essence, and it's all over the world to bring in and be at one with. So I speak my word for Judy, knowing that the inner strength, the belief, the possibilities are all growing. So the fear is receding as she realized this is a new kind of world. This is a new kind of path. And it also it's still loving, and it's still possible, and it's still there. I just feel possibilities. It's like standing on, like, I don't know, I'll tell you what I see. I see a house with a path and a gateway with hedges, and standing and looking on this gate and not realizing if you open the gate, the whole world is open to you. The whole world is there. You do not have to be frightened of that world. It may be different. It may move differently, but the past is behind. You can't go back. You can only go forward. So it's like opening the door and moving forward with such strength and awareness and beingness. And for Judy, I just want to say, you are loved. You are moving forward. So no fear. Remember those t-shirts that had no fear on them? Just put it up here. No fear. God is taking care of you, or however you perceive the grand design of the major energy. It's all there. Go forward with love, with knowing there's a future waiting for you. You're not done yet. Sorry about that, but you're not. So keep on going. it looks so brilliant to me. It looks like all I have to do is open that gate, walk through, and there's a whole new path. Where is that taking me? Who knows? Walk through it. Go for it. It's very nice. And I say thank you. Okay, I love Maths 07. Hello, Norma. Thank you for your precious previous prayer. I need a prayer to get rid of any blockages that are preventing me from connecting with a spirit who wants to send me a message in my dreams. 4, 6, and 9. Mr. 07. Okay. I want to just something, when I'm going to take, what am I going to take? There's a word in here to get rid of any blockages. Okay. I like the word transform. Nothing likes to be gotten rid of. And if they hear that even said, what'll happen, it fights more. It'll fight because nothing wants to be get rid of. But if you say, I just want to transform. So if I'm going to read this a little differently, okay, I'm going to say, I need a prayer to transform any blockages that are preventing me from connecting with I'm going to say an energy rather than spirit, who wants to send me a message in my dreams, 4, 6, and 9. I want you to listen to that again and hear the difference from what you wrote. And it's just a matter of seeing in a different way. I do transformation work, and I got very clear very quickly. There's no getting rid of. We got to transform. Then we can clear. Yes, we can transform it, and then it's different. 4 says you're a bit stuck. Then there's confusion about that. It's like you might have certain knowledge on certain things, and those may be blocking you actually, but the answer lies within you. It's like, as I said, no getting rid of, transforming, allowing things to occur. So we want dreams here. Now, I'm going to just sort of synthesize this. I know that in the one power and the one essence, there comes a time when we see the bigger picture of how everything fits in. It's like a massive jigsaw puzzle, but everything interlocks and everything works. Everything, I believe, everything adds. The transformational element means the letting go of what we're holding on to. Maybe the need of wanting the dreams is just a matter of really getting clear on what's really going on in your subconscious. What is the subconscious telling you, which is what dreams are in lots of ways. Oh, yes, there's lots of information coming from outside, but it's like knowing the answer lies, this says the answer lies within you. So it's not like I think that you need and I'm sorry of saying this, but I don't know that you need someone to tell you what dreams you're having. It's about you listening. It's about listening and transforming concepts that confuse you or are uncertain about, or where you're stuck. This is it. This is how it works. There's many ways of how the universe comes together and how it works for us to create. And I know I talk a lot about all sorts of different things, and I really am working to share as much knowledge as I have, because I got that, everything got locked down, and I didn't travel, couldn't have groups in. And so this is how I've done this since. And it's like, what is the absolute philosophy that works for you? What is this? Because when you get that tight 4-ness, it means there's parameters that you have that it's supposed to be this way. And very often, we have books that, I do that too. I've read my book said, this is what you do. This is what you can do. Tonight, I gave an example of how you can create more economic flow in where you live. And there's the confusion needs to go, because you have the answers. I think but you want clarification. You got to trust yourself. You know, clarification will come because you'll do what you know you need to do. So let me give some treatment here after I have a drink. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know it is everywhere in this world. I know that we all are loved without measure. We just need to allow it in. And so, therefore, I speak my word for I love math number 7. I say number 7, 07. And I also know that in the desire of wanting to have dreams is that the dreams are already there. I just feel them circulating all the time. I just want to be slowed down and listen inside your heart and say, this is what I really want. This is what I want. Because you know already, I feel you know already, and it's like acceptance, which you don't have, but it says acceptance of direction. And I know clarity is there because of the transformation that you're desiring. It doesn't come from outside. It comes from inside. It comes from inside the heart. It comes from the inside of knowing. It's about life bringing to you circumstances that you can incorporate into your world. You have in your name, I love. Yes, love you, please. Love you. Never mind the mess. Love you, and allow yourself to blossom. Allow yourself to be free, to let go of the structures and the confusion of being right or having it work. And I remember last time you were saying, like, you don't always do what is it, disciplined. I remember something like that a few weeks ago. It's about what you really want. How do you want to be? What do you want to create? How do you want to manifest into the world? Sometimes we just have to let go of old structures that we think are so important and look in our heart and look in our souls, because that 9 tells me you know your own answer. You've got it. You just need to make it clear for yourself. And once you make it clear for yourself, then you can begin to work with you and bring it about in so many ways. And of course, you could always do transformation work, but as well, because I think that's the issue. But anyhow, I know as I release this thought that everything is in place for you to listen to you, because you know your own answers. I give thanks in that knowing, and I release this knowing it is true and done by saying, and so it is. Amen. Now, I have one more thing to do here. Kayla actually said, please do a treatment for yourself, ongoing healing and love. Well, actually, I have a top on tonight because my arm is looking pretty good, considering. I just had another treatment today, and they'll be going on for quite some time, obviously. But this is just to maintain and make sure that everything is all good. But yeah, we're doing really well. The radiation burns are still in a couple of places, but mostly disappearing. And so I'm just going, and so thank you, Kayla, but I'm going to do, hang on, where am I? Kayla had asked for ongoing healing and love. And I'm just going to do that for myself. And you can just set your mind to help me with this one. I know I didn't put any numbers down for me. So we'll just go with the prayer. I know there's one power and one essence, and I know that we're all connected to that essence. And I speak my word for myself. As I speak my word for myself, I know that with every day, ongoing healing is occurring. I also know that my connection to the love force strengthens and deepens. Now, sometimes I get up in my head and I know it's there, but I've been aware of needing to come more into my heart and into my body again as things are working out really well. I give thanks in the knowingness that I am connected, that I am loved, And then I'm able to move forward, not only with this own healing, which has brought me so much knowledge and awareness to be able to help others in a whole different way, but also to really recognize how loved I am in many, many ways, including you guys showing up on a Monday night. It does. It just warms my heart. And so I give thanks for this. I give thanks in my own transformation and awareness and healing and lovingness. And I let that out by being able to share knowledge, healing, love, and all that I do. I give thanks from the world, and I give thanks for you guys. And I release this thought knowing it is true in every which way by saying, and so it is. Amen. And CJ says, this is great, Norma. Happy to hear the radiation. Well, I got ended up with radiation burns. And we had a very little, we only had a week of 3 times radiation, but man, I got burned. But it's the, and I always say it incorrectly, it's the immunology I'm doing with the immune system. It just literally cleared that thing out. So no, they're just working on the follow-ups, but we're doing okay. And yeah, I want to thank you for being here. You guys, I really appreciate you. I really wish you well. I have a great week. Now, this coming Wednesday, I'm going to talk about energy, because Christmas crowds, if you're shopping, if you're having gatherings. I mentioned it, well, I don't know, maybe a Sunday thought a week or so ago. I'm not sure, can't remember. I'm laughing because last Sunday I was a mess. I don't know. I did something I don't usually do. I started to say something, changed my mind, and got totally all over the place because I'd messed up on Saturday before that. So Saturday and Sunday was almost a write-off for me. But anyway, is that I'm going to talk about energy when you're in a crowd. It's really important if your aura is way too big. So we'll talk a little about that. And then the following Wednesday, I'm going to read my Christmas story with a few little alterations. Last year, I think I did that, or if it wasn't last year, it was the year before. I've written 3 different Christmas stories. And this one originally was written on 2018, and I've abbreviated a bit. Anyway, and it's, of course, Sunday Thought on Sunday. Christmas is coming. Make sure you have fun and enjoy and be loving to each other. Thank you so much, guys. See ya. Bye.